Hi, this is Toni Reinhardt. Some of you might have been listening to the podcast that I've been doing with my friend Peggy Breda called The Positive Brain. So you know who I am. If you don't know who I am, I've lived in Virginia my entire life. I'm now a 65-year-old woman. My mother just died, and my husband and I decided now is the time to get on with our life and do something radically different. And we had been talking about moving to Spain, well, for years. We've been talking about it, and this is the time. But some of you may know, Spain isn't letting us in right now. So we've decided that we're going to move to Reno, Nevada for the winter and hope that Spain lets us in the spring. I've been listening to podcasts and looking for podcasts about people's experience of retiring overseas, specifically retiring in Spain. Most of the podcasts that I've found are British expats. And I'm really interested in Americans' experiences. So as I move on with really documenting my journey via this podcast, if anybody's out there who happens to listen to me and they're an American expat and they're either interested in moving to Spain and would like to call in and talk to me and we could podcast together, or if you have moved to Spain already, I would love to hear from you. So my goal in this podcast is to really just document my experience and what we're going through. So what we've done so far is we have decided on Spain for a lot of reasons. This is a really personal decision for everybody, but I do want to be someplace where I can see the Mediterranean. And I want to be someplace that has, frankly, a good healthcare system. That's important to me. And the World Health Organization ranks Spain number 7 in the world. So that's important. I want a good quality of life. I love the food. I want to be connected to Europe. So that's why I didn't pick Costa Rica or Panama, places that are also popular with Americans. My husband grew up in Germany. He was an army brat. So that's important. It's the European experience is just something that we want right now in our lives. The reason we picked Reno, Nevada, right now we live in Virginia, and if we're going to spend some time waiting for Spain to let us in, Reno, Nevada is close to a lot of ski slopes. So please pray for us. We're praying that the ski slopes open, and we have our Epic Pass. We'd like to ski Heavenly and Kirkwood, and Park City's 8 hours from there. So that's our adventure. Now, to top it off, we have 2 dogs, 2 mutts. So as we go through that, I will tell you about what that situation is like. So here we are right now. We've made the decision. I contacted a realtor. We live in Reston, Virginia, in a single-family home. So the realtor has come and has told us what we need to do to get ready to sell our home. It is our intention to sell most of our possessions. We don't want to ship furniture over, and furniture is going to have to wait in storage anyway for a while. We'll move to a furnished place in Reno. There are pictures that mean a lot to me. There are some sentimental things. But as far as furniture, as I look around, my furniture that I live with in Virginia, that's a lot of colonial. I have some Chinese Chippendale. I can't see that in an apartment overlooking the Mediterranean. So I don't think the furniture is going to be appealing to me. And we'll see. We'll see. And I will tell you how I feel about it as these things go along. So the realtor came and said, you need to replace the countertops. So I had a granite countertop people come in. And of course, we need to paint the entire house. So the painter came in and gave me an estimate. And on Friday, today is Thursday, not that you care because you'll listen to this anytime, but an estate salesperson is going to come and a stager is going to come. So right now, wow, I've been in this home for 27 years. And things are so much different from when I originally sold my condo. It was pretty much vacuum the floor, clean it up, get some clutter out. And that was it. and I showed my condo and it sold. These days, and the realtor blames it on HGTV, and she's probably right. These days, it is such a big deal. I had never, even 27 years ago, I'd never even heard of a stager. But nowadays, you have to have a stager to stage your property. So this experience is new for me, and I'll let you know how I feel as it goes along. But right now, I'm already starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed with the paint and the new countertops and the stager coming in. The stager comes in today. So I'm going to deal with this a little bit at a time, work on my checklist, do it day by day. It's scary for me and my husband, but exciting also. We really having something to look forward to, especially with the death of my mom so recent and being in the middle of this pandemic, and I haven't been able to work. So my retirement has been really involuntary retirement. So I would love your feedback. I hope that you all will actually stick with me as I document this journey and tell you what it's like for us as we go from step to step, selling the house, selling our possessions, packing up, moving across country in my little Mazda with 2 dogs, staying in Reno for 6 or 7 months or however long it takes. And then from there, continuing our journey, we'll then have to deal with the Spanish consulate in San Francisco to get what's called an NIE, because as Americans, or really anybody that doesn't hold a Spanish citizenship, in order for us to stay in Spain for longer than 90 days, we have to have a special visa. So as that process goes through, I'll talk to you about what it's like for us to get our NIE, and then what it's like for us to sell our last remaining car and ship whatever we're going to ship to Spain. And I hope you'll continue the journey as then we look for our new home in Spain. So this is Toni Reinhardt. If you want to give me any feedback, I would love to hear from you. My email, changing my email to ToniReinhardt55@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks, and I hope you all are having a good day wherever you are.